Hey, what's going on everyone? MXM here, and today we're going to be talking about the new missions that have come to the game in Update 32, which are the Onsite Refining and the Escort Duty. So before we dive into this, one thing I quickly want to point out to you guys is this is the experimental build of Update 32. So that might mean that there's a couple of bugs, bits and bobs going around that hopefully won't happen once the patch goes live on the 8th of October. But so, sit back, enjoy the show, and see what this is all about.
Add an extra layer to it.
So the first new mission that we will be looking at is the Onsite Refining mission. So the Onsite Refining mission has a lot of similarities with the point extraction mission. You basically have one center location around which all revolves, which is the refinery, which is also the place that you'll be able to deposit your minerals and such. Besides the central position of the refinery, you'll also have wells basically of liquid morkite on which you need to call down pumps. So these are marked on your map. You can easily find them. Once you find them, you interact with them to call down a pump, which is basically like an oil refinery pump like we have these days. Once that is done, you can start linking up the tubes from the refinery all the way up towards these pumps. What's important to note is that you have to do this twice basically. The first bit that you do is the so-called skeleton of the pipe. Once that's linked up, you can just like then finish on the pipe and completely make it solid. So a good way to do this is you have one person actively building up the pipes or the skeleton of the pipes, and you have another dwarf following behind you and instantly sealing up the pipes. That's a very good process to get this done. It usually is 3 pipes that you need to do from the refinery, and then once you have those installed, you have to hit the button to start the refining process. Once the refining process has been started, you will get random waves coming in to try and of course kill you like a regular wave would. But it's important to note is that there is a random amount of breakdowns for the pipes. So the pipe might start leaking, the process stops, you need to repair the pipes, so once the pipes are repaired you are good to go again. From what I've noticed so far, it happens 2 or 3 times per mission. However, it looks to be completely random when it happens. The first one happens around 33%, but after that the next 2 ones are a bit random. They could happen around 66, which makes sense, but also you could have another one happen around 80, or you could have one happen at 50 and the other at 70. So just keep in mind that the events happen 2 or 3 times that the pipes break and then you have to repair them. And they try and roleplay it up as in the bugs are attacking the pipes and they are breaking because of that, but that is not a actual thing. The pipes just break randomly and bugs move towards it and then start attacking it. So don't think if you shoot the bugs away from the pipes it's going to help. It won't help. It's pre-programmed. It will happen and there's nothing you can do to prevent it. And then once all the morkite is extracted at 100%, you can keep count of that in the top right corner of your screen. You will just have to launch it back into orbit just like a point extraction mission, and you will have your escape pod coming in to go pick you up. It's very straightforward. It's a different iteration of the point extraction mission, if you ask me. It's a nice twist on it though. Like, gives you a lot more things to do. You need to move around a lot more, slide up and down the pipes to go repair them, which helps you quickly navigate things as well. So it's a very interesting take on point extraction mission, but it's the exact same principle, more or less. And with that covered, we're going to move on to the next mission, which is more interesting in my opinion. So the next one is the Escort Duty. So what Escort Duty is about, you basically need to cover a huge dozen, which are going to make their way to an Umaran Heartstone, as it's called. So there's a couple of things that you need to know about this. Those are bugs actively attack it and it can lose HP. So what's important to know here, it might get attacked for instance on the left and the right side, but you can repair this again. So there's again top right, you can see a nice little counter on the amount of HP it's still got, and if you need to repair it, yes or no. Besides these health pools that it's got, it's also important to know that it's got fuel. So once it runs out of fuel, you need to grab out the canisters and start harvesting new fuel from certain type of compressed oil shields, I believe they were called. Once that's done and all your battery back full again, you can plug it back in and you're good to go again. What's also important to note, when you are still in the process of drilling, the closer you stay to the drill, the faster it drills. So don't just have one dwarf standing on top of the drill, everybody just running around doing their own thing. No, try and stick as close to the drill as you can with a team, so this will smoothen up the process and things will happen faster. So that's the initial stage of the Escort Duty mission. The next stage is actually once you arrive at the Umaran Heartstone. So the Umaran Heartstone, basically a big fucking ball with what would say, like a heartstone in it. That's legit what it is. Like it's a huge ball with a small heartstone in it. Well, not really small either. But there's once you start this process, there's 4 stages which are clearly indicated by the health bars on the Omni Heartstone. The first stage is just you having to fight off waves, of course, because you're just sitting there drilling into something that appears to be alive to an extent. Then you hit the second stage, which is once again indicated by the health pool. There's something the Omni Heartstone does. It starts lifting up rocks and trying to throw them at the superdoses. So make sure you shoot those rocks before they get dunked into the superdose. You don't want that shit to happen. Then hit the next stage after that, which is just another regular wave. So just find out the bugs and prevent them from damaging the doses. You can still repair the doses during this process as well. And then you have the final stage, which is basically the Omni Heartstone spawns huge crystal-like things which shoot lasers. The way you deal with these is just by cutting them down. So make sure you got a driller on your team so that you can just instantly drill those things down and you're just in the clear. So keep that in mind, that on this mission a driller to quickly eliminate those is pretty easy with either C4 or his drills. And otherwise you just have to use your pickaxe, unfortunately. So once that's done, you will have access to the Omni Heartstone, which you then strap onto Molly. You call on the escape pod and you get out of there. Usually the escape pod is just backtracking the tunnel that the big drill already dug for you, so it's not trying to navigate caves like crazy. It's just like go back down the huge tunnel that you made and you are good to go. So now that we covered both the missions, I would like to quickly get my thoughts and feelings about these missions and just basically say what I think needs to happen for Deep Rock to stay alive as a game. The Escort Duty, to start off with, because it's a completely new mission type, is very well done, it's very well thought out, and it definitely adds something new to the game. It's a completely new type of mission, and it definitely allows for more interesting things to happen, because it's a type of mission that we haven't seen before, basically. And they can also make different iterations of this. I'm very confident that they can and that they will. So I'm very curious to see what is going to take us. Then we have the Onsite Refining, which is basically just a copy paste, not really a copy paste, I think that's too harsh, but like it's kind of a duplicate of the point extraction mission. Like they took the principle of the point extraction mission and then just pasted it over into something different and then changed some things around. So I think the point extraction mission, not the point extraction, the Onsite Refining mission is probably going to be the mission that will get old first, and then followed by the Escort Duty mission. The thing that I think Deep Rock really needs is to keep adding missions like these, or have more RNG and random things happen with these missions, because once you play these type of missions for about 15-20 times, you almost know exactly how the missions are going to go, and that's how she goes, that's how it is. So I hope that the devs will keep adding new missions, but also will make them more versatile in how they can play out, instead of just like very straightforward. I think the next mission types that they will release are going to be hopefully more designed, more leveled, more different things that can be happening in these missions, and also with the new biomes coming up in update 33, hopefully is going to give a lot more spice to the game and more variety, because right now they might have extended the lifeline for their game for a couple more months, I'd say, but they definitely need to keep coming up with these type of content, otherwise it just won't last, I'm afraid.
4 dwarves, 1 dozer, right?
Okay, so that covers it all. That's all that I wanted to say about this. If you want to say something about these new missions, what do you think they look like? What do you think? What do you think about them? Basically, let me know. Comments down below. Very interested. Do you agree with me that there need to be more missions coming up? That there needs to be more spice in the missions themselves and less straightforward? Also, please leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for future content. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.